Welcome back to Collective Perspective. Feels like it's been a hot minute, but we're here for two more episodes, just like every month. It is, did I already say it's 51? Welcome to episode 51, guys.
Never
Today,
know which way to go. One day I'll know.
we did, an episode a few months ago where we talked about 6 variants that you probably had never heard of. And we're going to do that again today. But instead of just like random consoles, we're gonna narrow it down to just Dreamcast today. And as soon we actually held a poll in the Discord, and I was like, which of these 3 consoles do you guys want to learn about? Which ones do you want us to talk about for variants? And I realized as soon as Dreamcast won by a landslide, mind you, I had no idea any Dreamcast variants that weren't like the freaking Shenmue limited edition and all the orange label hits, and Speed Devils, right? Like every YouTuber loves to talk about Speed Devils. That's it.
Oh man, because Speed Devils is so cool.
It is cool. I feel like I have to mention it now. So Speed Devils is it had a release in Walmart where
7 variants you didn't know about.
yeah, there's a bonus one before we start. In case you didn't know, Speed Devils on Dreamcast, it had literally Satan's face on the front, and Walmart was like, nah, you got to get rid of that crap. And so they made a clean reprint on the manual where that was no longer there. Still called the game Speed Devils, but yeah.
But without the devil.
I think
it's just speed.
I think the clean version is the one that is sought after.
Yes, very hard to find the one without the Mr. Satan himself on there. So
okay, who wants to go first, Craig?
I can go first.
Let's
because this is one I didn't know existed till earlier today. Because I actually haven't done a lot of research on Dreamcast variants. There's not actually that many out there. That or they're not very well documented. If you try to do a lot of research on Dreamcast variants, you won't see that much. But one that I discovered today was Cho Cho Rocket, a Dreamcast classic in many people's eyes. The first printing of the game had all the screenshots. Games have screenshots of the back of the gameplay, so yada yada. But the screenshots are like super super low res and like very crunchy and crispy looking on early prints of the game, and they later reprinted it and mass produced it with high resolution screenshots from the game. So the front cover looks the exact same, but the back, there's a significant drop in quality of the screenshots of the game, which I thought was very interesting.
Wow.
Because I've never seen a variant like that before.
Yeah, I had no idea. And just so y'all know, I will be putting the pictures up right here. So this is usually an audio show, but we will be sharing the screenshots and stuff over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool. I definitely didn't know about that.
Yeah, I want to find that one myself now. I think that's really cool.
So that's the one that's tough to find.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where did you find out about that?
I wish I could tell you at the top of my head. That one, I was looking through some old forums. I believe the website was called DigiPress.
Yeah.
And that is where I found that specific variant.
That's where all the old collectors hang out. DigiPress.
The real collector forums. What do you know, our game collecting?
Okay, so my first one here, we're going to talk about a game that has a sticker variant on the seal. It's called Wild Metal. A game I've never even heard of, let alone a variant of it. You never heard of Wild Metal?
No, our boys at Rockstar. Shout out.
Yes, it is a Rockstar title, and it is a pretty insane variant because you could win a freaking pager. You could win a free
Awesome.
pager.
That's so funny. I love that.
So there is a sticker on the cover. It is very common. I just think this one's interesting, and I wanted to share it, but I didn't know about it. And I'm only like 75% convinced that they did have another printing without the sticker, because sticker seal variants can be tricky. You never know when it's like, oh, this fell off, or this just doesn't exist like on some copies, because they just, I don't know, anything could have happened with sticker variants, and I kind of hate them for that. But this one, it looks like like I'll post the pictures like I said, but it looks like there are copies that didn't have the sticker. So it's very possible that this was like a limited time giveaway thing, and um, I'm sure, like, I didn't even look into it, but like if there's an insert inside, then there's chances that like the later CIV copies don't have that when you look it up. But things like that, things that we see a lot as collectors. But I didn't mention the pager says Rockstar on it. So if you ever are on eBay,
That's baller.
if you're looking at pagers on eBay for some strange reason, and you come across the Rockstar logo, that person has held on to that pager for 25 years.
That is awesome. I would love to have that. That'd be such a weird little thing to have. Like you have a whole full set of Dreamcast, and right on the edge, holding up that last game, you have the Rockstar pager given away from Wild Metal. That'd be awesome.
I love that.
That is such a weird thing to give away. I've never heard of a giveaway like that with a game.
Definitely shows its era.
So next one. Yes, exactly. You know exactly what year that game came out. So the next one I have on my list, originally I had a different game on here, but then I told Christian that I wanted to have an excuse to talk about Sonic Adventure because it's one of my all-time favorite games, and I know he doesn't like that game very much.
Fine.
So there is a less common version of Sonic Adventure, not for resale version, and it's cool because it came with a second disc, and that was the demo for Sonic Adventure 2. These came with a special Sonic Adventure Dreamcast console bundle that also came with Sonic Shuffle, and as far as I'm aware, that's the only way you were able to get that not for resale version. And yeah, I just thought that was neat because I don't think a lot of people even know that there is a demo disc out there for Sonic Adventure 2, and it came with a not for resale Sonic Adventure.
I feel like I didn't even know about that, or I at least forgot about it. And I thought for sure you were going to mention the limited edition Sonic Adventures. So I'm happy.
Because I was going to say, a lot of people know that the limited edition Sonic Adventure exists, which was like the Hollywood video earlier release that they did for rentals and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that this is definitely not as uncommon as that version, but I think it's lesser known by general collectors. So I wanted to give it a shout out.
Very cool. Number 2 for me, we're going to talk about Soul Calibur, Dreamcast Classic. The back of this game has this really weird misprint where I don't think anybody knows about this, but like down where it says 1 to 2 players, and then like there's other crap that tells you like about the game. It tells you can use a VGA cable. It says VGA cord is the word it uses. The R and the D are like merged on one of them. And then you look at the non-misprint version and they totally fixed it. So it's very easy to miss. I've never seen anyone talk about this. I've never seen like an eBay listing say this is the misprint or this is the corrected version. Like there's no price difference. But I will say when I was doing research to get pictures, the one that is corrected seems to be the less common one, just from my little, 10 minutes of research.
How interesting. Yeah, you would never know that unless you know what you're looking for. That's such a subtle difference. But that's really neat.
I think I even passed it up at first because I was looking to see it like more separated, because even on the fixed version they're not that separated.
No, it's still the text is still very close. Wow, that's a weird error. How funny.
I don't even know which one came first, right? Like you would expect the misprint to be first, but you really never know.
Yeah, sometimes anything can happen, right?
What you got?
All right, my last one is for Alone in the Dark. There is they had a barcode error on this one as well, but instead of printing more, there's a bunch of factory corrected copies that just have a sticker on the actual insert that came that way, so you could get a sealed copy with a sticker on the actual artwork of the game correcting the barcode, which is kind of interesting.
On the art?
And yes, on the actual artwork. Like they put it on the piece of paper inside of the game case. Yeah, and usually when these kind of corrections happen, as far as I'm aware, usually they just put it on the outside. So I thought that was an interesting little fix, because it's just a strange way to go about fixing the problem. And it seems like it'd be more tedious. I don't know why you wouldn't just put it on the outside. But yeah, a weird little variant for horror collectors out there.
That is
Alone in the
incredibly
Dark.
interesting.
Yeah, super strange.
So the Soul Calibur one I found, that was actually, I gotta say it every once in a while for the viewers, but that was from the Wada Pop reports. I gotta say, you can learn a lot from the Wada Pop reports, folks.
How dare you bring up those money laundering fools?
But this last one, I should have kept his name for the sake of shouting him out. But anyways, this last one is Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes. This one was also on WADA, but I found the details on this guy's website, and essentially there is a screenshot on the back for one of the printings. There's a few printings for this one because I think it definitely also got the Sega All-Stars reprint. But one of the white label print runs is the left screenshot is Thor versus Akuma. And this is not Marvel. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. It's Marvel versus Akuma, which, you look at that and you're like, okay, both of those characters are in that game, I think. But when you look at the health bars on the top, the game is actually like completely different. That's a screenshot from a totally different video game. And the corrected screenshot is actually the Thor versus Venom on the back. So I don't know how well known that one is either. I don't know if there's I don't think there's a price premium at all for one versus the other. It's just like we're doing this video and like so few people talk about Dreamcast variants, or like I don't even know how many there are. Like, it's very strange how undocumented that system is as far as that goes.
Yeah, it's either, like, I was thinking, when I was trying to find stuff earlier, I was like, either these don't exist or just nobody cares, because there's, you could count on two hands using all 5 fingers on each of them, but how many variants there are for the Dreamcast, it seems like people know about, which is super interesting. But the Marvel vs. Capcom one in particular really made me think. I'm like, there must be many other games out there with variants like that probably just nobody's paid attention to or noticed, at least not in a major way. So that has me wanting to look at the back of game cases now, seeing if there's games with different screenshots in the back, because that's a very interesting little difference, and a difference that I think nobody will ever really care about either, honestly. Right. I mean, stuff like that I don't think will ever cost a premium, but for super nerds like us, it's pretty neat.
Shout out to lordsofgaming.net. This dude's freaking publication where he wrote up this Dreamcast variants article. But that's it. We're going to go record our next episode now. Appreciate you guys watching and supporting. And let us know what console you would like to see variants for. Probably not Dreamcast ever again. We just covered all of them.
That was everything. And if you guys want to have any involvement in the show or topic ideas or different things like that, join the Discord, like those today who were able to vote on the topic.
You're a real one for that, Craig.
I got you. Shout out to the Bird Dog Discord. All the homies hang out there.